But I remember the first VBS I did, and I got to actually play a superhero character, Iron Fist. Nobody knows who that is except me and 5 other people. But a co-laborer in Christ got to play somebody a little more recognizable named Thor, and he is here also with us today. And I think he even cut his hair now, so he's got the new Thor 3 Ragnarok look going on. So, Jake, would you come up there for a minute? As some of you know, they've been laboring for the last year at Western Washington University, and now there's a change for them. So we also just wanted him to be able to report out to you guys and share good news and needs for prayer, all that stuff. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know me, I interned for a summer at Refuge Church 4. Hey, thank you. 4 years ago. It was just such a joy. That was kind of one of the first real encounters I got with doing ministry in this kind of fashion. And so Refuge has always kind of been a home to me in that sense. And so my wife and I, that says Oregon, we'll get to that. But we've been missionaries up at Western Washington University for the last 2 years. And if you go to the next slide, I want to tell you guys a story. I like to talk, and so I'm going to try to keep it short. I'll tell you one story. This girl right here, her name is Gabby, and she was on Western's soccer team her freshman and sophomore year, and her junior year, which was this past year, she quit the team. The team went on to win nationals, which, fun. Western doesn't even really know we have a soccer team. We don't really like sports very much. Anyways, but she quit the team because she just couldn't take it anymore. It was kind of a toxic environment. The relationships just weren't healthy. She didn't feel like she was actually known or had real friendships. And so she quit. And then she went into her junior year, not really having any nucleus of frienders. She just didn't know anyone. The people who she did know were soccer players. And so, if you look on the left side, the girl in the blue shirt, her name is Taylor Craner, and she is awesome. She loves the Lord so much. She loves people so well. And she met this girl, Gabby, who's actually a sister of one of the people in our ministry, and just started hanging out with her. Started playing Frisbee, started playing this game called Spike Ball, which you probably have no idea what that is, but for the few of you who said yes, it's a wonderful game. And she just started getting into community. She said, wow, this is fun. What else do you guys do? Well, I mean, we have like a worship service every Friday night. Is that something you'd be interested in coming to? I got nothing else going on, so sure. So she starts coming to that. Hey, is there anything else you guys do? And she starts coming to a Bible study, and then she starts meeting up with Taylor just to walk through who Jesus is. And on our second to last Friday night, we meet every Friday night for our worship services. We're having an extended time of prayer and response. And so people are kind of, clustered around each other, praying for each other. And she's sitting up at the top, all by herself. And my buddy James, who's the guy in the black shirt, goes up to her and says, what do you think of this? What do you think of all these people standing around, praying to what, I don't know if you even believe in God. They might just be praying to nothing. She goes, I want it. I want it. I don't know how to get it. I don't know what this is, but I want it. I want what these people have. It's so genuine. And so he just walked her through, sometimes when you are interested in someone romantically, you need to define the relationship before things start going. And so maybe you need to define the relationship with Jesus, figure out where you are at with him. And so that night she gave her life to the Lord, which was awesome, and we got to baptize her the next week. And so that's just such an awesome story. There are so many stories like that. There are so many stories like that happening on colleges' campuses around the nation. And so while my wife and I were at Western this past 2 years, we'll actually be going down to the University of Oregon this upcoming year. And so as we were praying, Lord, what would you have us do? Where would you have us go? We were intending to leave Western this upcoming year. We were kind of going as a launch pad. And we looked at various universities around the Northwest. And Rachel wanted to do this one, and I wanted to do this one. And we both felt very good about the University of Oregon. And so through the unity of our decision, we decided to go down there. And pray for me, because both my parents are Huskies. I'm from a Husky family. We're 20 minutes north of Seattle, right? And so a lot of you are probably grinding your teeth at the fact that I'm going there. But these people need Jesus so bad. In all seriousness, there are so many students. There's 25,000 students down at the University of Oregon, There are not very many ministries down there. It's the most unchurched state in the nation. And our group, the group that we're going to join, is 2 years old. We come from a ministry of 250, we're going to a ministry of 20. We have 2 fellow staff members, 2 fellow full-time missionaries, and we are very excited for the challenges ahead. It's going to be a long road, it's going to be a hard road, but it's going to be a good road. And the Lord is going to do wonderful things. And so, I also want to take this time to thank you guys so much for your incredibly generous support. Rachel and I support Raise full-time for a living. That's how we eat. That's how we have a roof over our heads. That's how we do everything. That's how we fund the ministry. And so you guys have been incredibly generous in this entire process. And this summer, we're seeking to raise an additional $700. We're about, I can't remember numbers. We're about 60% of the way there. So thank you again. If any of you guys are interested in partnering with us beyond what Refuge does, please come find Rachel and I. We also send out a monthly newsletter with stories like Gabby's every month. And they're pretty fun to read. Not that I'm a good writer, but just that the Lord is doing good things on these campuses. And so if you want to get on that email newsletter list, come find Rachel and after the service. We'll be hanging out at the back table. But we profusely want to say thank you again. And if you go to that thank you slide, that is the ministry at Western. That's 250 college students worshiping Jesus together on a Friday night. And that is the goal for what we have for the University of Oregon, is to build something like that. To build something where students have a safe place to come worship the Lord. So thank you so much, Refuge. You guys are such a home to Rachel and I. We love you so much. And that's all I got.